Lesson 6 Elements and Principle of Arts Learning Outcomes. By the end of this lesson, we should be able to enumerate the different elements of visual and auditory art, differentiate the principle of art, provide examples of the interrelatedness of some of the elements and principles of art, explain the relevance of the elements and principles of art in the study of art and its products or artworks, and illustrate examples of hybrid art and dissect what art forms are combined therein. Elements of art, visual. The elements of art are the aspects of an artwork that can be isolated from each other. Some art forms also necessitate some of the elements as they are inherent in the very nature of them. Sculptures automatically have the following elements with or without the decision of the artist to include them: the shape, form, and space. So without these elements, there is no sculpture to begin. Elements of art and design. So first is the line. So it means simple. It has variation in view of its orientation, direction, shape, and thickness to provide the outline or contour of the figures. So, line can be identified as a created path by a point moving in space. So, it is a simple. It is one-dimensional and can vary in width, direction, and length. So, this also defines the edges of a form and can be horizontal, vertical, straight, diagonal, curved, thick, or thin. Example of known for using lines to provide the outline or contour of the figure he portrays in his work. Keith Haring first executed the public mural Todos Juntos Podemos Parar el SIDA, Together We Can Stop AIDS in Barcelona in 1989. So here is the example, his portrait, the Todos Juntos Podemos Parar el SIDA, also known as Together We Can Stop AIDS. So in that portrait, it is ability to direct the eyes to follow movement or provide hints as to a work focal point. So now we have letter A, or horizontal and vertical lines. Rest or calm. Reclined body at rest connote elevation or height and communicate stability and firmness. So horizontal and vertical line used in combination communicate stability and solidity. This stability suggests performance and reliability. We have letter B, diagonal and crook lines convey movement and stability, crook or jog lines. So diagonal lines also convey a feeling of movement and more undramatic than either horizontal or vertical lines. Diagonal lines can also appear solid and unmoving if they are holding something up or at rest against a vertical line or a plane. Letter C, we have curved lines, lines that bend or coil, softness, grace, flexibility, or even sensuality. So in curved lines, are softer than straight lines. They swept and turn gracefully between the endpoints. We have an example of portrait by Francisco de Goya. So this image is a Porque Esconderlos, or Why Hide Them. Francisco de Goya is one of the Spanish artists and known for his prints and use of aquatint. Most of etchings and other types of his paints or prints, rather, the line are dominant visual components. So we have the last image or portrait, the Wrath of Medusa. Lines may not necessarily be explicit or literally shown. Creates not only movement but also tension in the scene. The painting depicts the 1816 wreckage on the French government ship called Medusa. So this is by Theodore Géricault. So what you see in the portrait, it implied lines as powerful. In the Wrath of Medusa, the position as well as the orientation are diagonal in direction. There is dominance amongst the men on the raft and with scenery.